Hey everybody, it's Melissa. I wanted to get y'all up to date on my book so far. Um, I'm not done, but I've gotten halfway done. I'm gonna try to cram this in one video. So I used the Ravenshead Manor collection from Michaels, and my cover is the cat flocked paper. In the corner, Prima flower that I dyed with Glimmer Mist. And there's some more little Prima flowers. And this one was dyed with Glimmer Mist also. I think cranberry. This is slate. Buttons and bling. And this right here is actually the head of a hairband that I got at the Dollar Tree. I popped the little heads off and alcohol inked the gold area. Some feathers, some wire. I bent into a circle and put some beads on, and an ornate plate with crackle accents in it, and I cut one of the hands off of the skeletons and stuck it in there while it was still wet. So let me do a close-up on this so y'all can see all the gewgaws on there. I put a lot of junk on there, I know, but I just love to junk it up. The more junk, the better. I don't know if y'all can see the bingo, the number 31. So, in my little stick pen, yay. Okay, so that's page 1. Tim Holtz stamp, and this is from, I used both of these collections, the Haunted Mansion and Spooky Stuff. And I embossed that. Okay, I don't think the spread will show. There's not enough room, but this is the second 2 pages. And Tim Holtz stamp, and I just made a pocket out of some paper and used the transparency bird and one of the borders out of the pack and a sticker. And I made 2 tags, one with acetate, one of the Tim Holtz stamps, and then one of his fragment charms, and put a piece of the paper that has the skull on it, and use glossy accents on it. And then I use glossy accents on the piece of paper that has the spiders, and just cut a strip of that paper, and used a border punch on each side. And I used all Tim Holtz ink. The only other ink I used in this book is Stays On. And the inks I used on that page are Mustard Seed, Black Soot, and Spiced Marmalade. So that's that. I'm trying to go fast because I've got a lot to cover. On this page, the companion page, I used black cardstock and made a pocket, used an EK Success border punch, the big scallop, and embossed this with an embossing folder, and used purple pearls in purple and green. Perfect pearls. And I made 2 tags. I cut out 2 circles with my circle cutter, and they have the bag of tags with the Ravenhead collection, and I put one of those on here and inked it up real well, and used an Inkadikadoo stamp from, let's see, it's this collection. And I don't know how well y'all can see that, but use that, and then a spider ring that I cut apart, and a button, and used a black safety pin to hold it on, a Stampabilities journaling spot, and this is another Inkadikadoo stamp that I embossed. And on this tag, I used glossy accents on the scarab, and he's leaving a trail of bling. And this says beware, and this is from a stamp set that Elizabeth Archiving gave me from Simply Scrapping. Thanks, Elizabeth. I miss you. I got this at the crop that I went to last weekend, and this was a with purchase bonus. And y'all need to visit her at simplyscrapping.com. She's going to have a scrapping boutique online. Hopefully it's going to be up soon. Anyway, on the backs of this tag, I left it blank for a picture. And that's those. Now on this page, these 2 pages, She is one of the stickers, the cardstock stickers, the holographic ones. And behind her is a border strip that I just crimped and made flat to make it look like lace. And this is a border that I cut apart, and she is mounted on a Tim Holtz style label. This one. You can't really see it, but it's back there. And then I did some embossing behind that that you can barely see. I used pearl pins here. This is a Recollections flower that I used purple glimmer mist on, and I made a stick pin. It's got a star on it, and I dyed the star with alcohol ink. And I'll show you all that real fast. And the flower is mounted on a round piece of grunge board, and that's what holds the tags. So that's that. And these are the tags. This is the blood splatter from Tim Holtz, the stamp. And this is one of the Maya Rhodes. I call them chandelier dangles. I don't know what they are. And they're these. What are they? Trinket beads, hanging chandelier. And I alcohol inked that red. And then I took some of this black wire. I love this black wire. I used it on the cover too. And I made some swirls and a little loop to put the dangle on. And then this flower, this black flower, is from the Ravenshead collection. It's the Specialty Brads. So that's that. And there's the back. And then Tim Holtz journaling ticket with a lot of ink. And then this is a Sizzix die, the stamp die, and I left it open to put a picture behind. And those tuck right in here. And then the companion page. These come from the bag of tags, and I just put two back to back, sandwiched them together so they would have a nice front and back. And another sticker on that one, and some really sparkly ribbon. Got this at Hobby Lobby. And I cut one of the borders apart and put him on there, and used a lot of ink as you see. And this is the Inkadikadoo stamp, and this is from this collection. And I took the spider web and embossed it, and then cut it out, and then mounted it on purple and cut it out again. And that's what I made my tag pocket with, tag corner. And then I used this bat ring to anchor the tags in when they're in there. But if you look at this Bewitched word, doesn't that look like, I think it's the exact font that they used on the Bewitched show when she would fly, that animated beginning of the show, the opening. She'd fly by and then be with us. So I had to do it, and I did it in black glitter paper, and then I embossed her. And then these two, and I'm probably going to put something over here eventually. I don't know what yet, but I used a border, and then I used crackle accents every other circle, and I love the way it did because I put it really thick, and it made kind of a starburst crackle. That is the Girls Papery. Toil and Trouble is the collection, and these are they. And they're glitter charms, and they're heavy metal with acrylic over them and glitter, and I just thought they were so pretty, so I'll be using more of those. I made an envelope with my expressions and made two tags. This is a Tim Holtz stamp, and this is from, cut that out with my expressions and put a sticker on there, sticker for the spider, and I left the backs blank for pictures. And then on my envelope I used stickles on the embossed and debossed areas to bling it up. And that's that page, and eventually I'll think of something to go there. And then this is one of the transparency frames, and I left it open on the side to put a picture in. And this is a fancy label from the Cuttlebug fancy labels thing, and you know, you cut them out and you leave them in there, and then you use a finger dauber or whatever to put your ink, and it'll stay exactly where it goes. So that's what I used for that. For those of y'all who don't have these, they're wonderful. I think I've plugged that before. And then my tree is from the Happy Hauntings cartridge, and there's a face in this tree, but I used my hide button on my gypsy and hid the face. And then I put glossy accents and the superfine Martha Stewart black glitter. I used some yellow stickles on the moon. And then this is one of the trims that comes with the trim collection for Ravenshead Manor. And I cut the bats apart. It's just a long piece of bat trim. So, and I stuck those on there. How am I on time? I'm going to stop here because I don't have enough time, I don't think. Well, maybe I do. Let me go fast. Transparencies, I used bling to accent the chandelier, and this is Scalina. I have to show you this too. This is part of one of the skeletons that I cut apart. And she has a crown, and she has bling eyes, and she has a grill. And this is her bouquet from prom. I used alcohol ink to ink these, and they came in white. So I used black, purple, and red alcohol ink. And then the bingo chip. And then the tulle bow is part of her dress. And then the sequins is, of course, her belt. And she's got a spider coming out of her head. She just couldn't let go of her glory days when she was prom queen. So she wanted to be prom queen in death. So that's that. And then you see the floral border. You can barely see it, but that's from the border collection that goes with Ravenshead. And then I cut this out with my Cricut and the Happy Honeys cartridge. This cat is not stuck back there. I just stuck it in there just until I get a picture in it. And then this is a number 13 chipboard chip. And I'm going to put something on this side, I think, but I use glossy accents to emphasize the spider web. And then another border at the bottom here. So that's as far as I've gotten, and I will put something over here eventually, and as I go I will do more. And give me some ideas on binding. Like I said, the zip ties and the tulle are the ideas that I have, and lots of fibers, but if y'all have a better idea, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.